Antarctica is a frozen-over ice continent with nothing much other than penguins, research bases, and good horror movies. It has 7 official territorial claims, from France, the United Kingdom, Norway, Australia, New Zealand, Argentina, and Chile, which raises the question of why. Why is this continent with nothing much other than ice so interesting to humans? Now, to start off, Antarctica was the last continent ever discovered by humankind. It's likely that early Polynesians made treks to the frozen continent by boats. However, these were never recorded. The ancient Greeks before them made predictions of the ice continent by stating that, in order to balance out the top-heavy northern hemisphere, a southern continent had to exist. The Greeks gave Antarctica its modern name by giving it the opposite name of the Northern Bear constellation. Exploration of the frozen continent never truly began until January 17, 1773, with British explorer James Cook, who became the first person to circle the Antarctic Circle. He crossed over it 3 times over a period of 2 years. He noticed that the cold, frigid conditions at sea debunked the notion that this mythical continent would be a tropical paradise. Cook himself never saw Antarctica. This record would go to Estonian-born explorer Fabian Benjamin Bellingshausen, who became the first person to see the ice continent when he went on a Russian naval expedition on January 27, 1820, proving the notion that Estonians are naturally talented. American John Davis became the first person to step foot on the continent on February 7, 1821. However, this fact is heavily disputed. During the heroic age of exploration, a race to the South Pole started. On one team, there was Norwegian explorer Roald Amundsen, and on the other team was British explorer Robert Falcon Scott. Amundsen headed the trip because he had personal exploration reasons of claiming the South Pole. He had previous experience crossing the Northwest Passage, while Scott had a more scientific approach to his mission. He wanted to land on the continent for scientific and zoological reasons, and he also wanted to explore the Ross Sea, an area that the British really wanted for sealing purposes. He had previous experience when it came to Antarctic expeditions, attempting a shot at reaching the South Pole, yet having to retreat. Amundsen would be the one to reach the South Pole on December 14, 1911. After 99 grueling days, Scott would have no idea that he was beaten to the finish line until January 17th of 1912.
Damn you! God damn you all to hell!
Scott and his team never made it out alive. They died due to hypothermia, and they are still buried within the ice continent. In the early 1900s to the late 1930s, Britain decided to conquer multiple regions of Antarctica. This was because they were a globe-trotting empire that wanted to strengthen their spheres of influence, and because they wanted to tax the whaling there. However, France and Norway would both try to challenge these claims by taking up portions of the continent themselves.